Hello, welcome to Paul's Take, and this is a SpaceX launch. It is 2:15 on this historical day of May 27th, 2020. The astronauts are strapped to their seats and they are getting ready for a launch in about 2 hours.
90% chance we'd be able to even get to low Earth orbit with a small rocket. So somebody told me in 2002 that I'd be standing here with the NASA administrator, meeting the astronauts, and we've got a rocket and spacecraft on pad 39A, the best pad in the world, which is it's an honor to be there. I would have thought, man, I don't know what you're smoking, but it's not. like no way is that true. And so it is. Say it's even a dream come true. I didn't even dream that this would come true. Let me put it that way. But it is. I am incredibly excited to be here on behalf of the SpaceX team. As Chip said, this really is the culmination of an incredible amount of work by the SpaceX team, by NASA, and by a number of other partners in the process of making this happen. It's really, you can look at this as the result of 100,000 people roughly, when you add up all suppliers and everyone working incredibly hard to get to make this day happen. So it's really hard to believe that this is real. One success, we brought it back. We've done a tremendous amount of testing on the ground, and when we do the testing on the ground, you always push the limits. So you want to try, you push it way beyond what you'd expect in flight. So sometimes you
You've got two astronauts on board now. Do you feel that responsibility?
Yes, absolutely. I felt it, I think, most strongly when I saw their family just before coming here. So we've done everything we can to make sure your dad's come back. Okay.
I apologize for the bad audio, but it is what it is, unfortunately. Anyways, moving on. Check out these guys. These guys are the ones that are pressurizing the capsule, or testing it to make sure it's pressurized correctly. Check out their outfits, though. I trip out on this. I was looking at this over and over again. It just looks so weird. Something out of a weird kind of a 80s movie. It reminds me of those guys that in the old days where you chop the guy's head off. They like it, but they're numbered, though. It's cartoonish. There's a beautiful picture of the capsule still attached. Does this blow your mind that a guy that started PayPal, has started a car company, that started making rockets, and look at him. He is at NASA, at Florida Cape Canaveral, whatever it's called, waiting to take off into space. Well, he's not doing it, but his rocket is. You just know that this guy is going to go down in history as one of the most, like a genius, most accomplished people ever in his story. Countdown, 1 hour and 47 minutes. This event is so huge. It's so amazing. It's the most amazing thing ever that even the President of the United States, Donald Trump, flew out here in his private Air Force One jet to check it out. Okay, it's not private, it's government. But nonetheless, you know what I'm talking about. He came out to check out the first private rocket to go into space, carrying passengers. Now, apparently, the astronauts were excited to go into space in this brand new rocket. I guess like flying a new rocket is like, for me, trying a new car I never drove before. They're excited. I would be terrified. I would be terrified just sitting in the rocket on that stand right there. It's just so high up. Now, I wasn't there. I stole these videos, these pictures, all of them are from the NASA channel. So I gotta give them props, appreciate it. I didn't ask permission, but I'm assuming they don't mind because I see it everywhere else. On Launch America, that's where I got it from. That's a part of NASA, NASA channel, NASA website. These guys are amazing. Just sitting in that cockpit, not even moving. They're strapped in. They're locked into place for like over 2 hours. How they do it, that's the straight up astronaut stuff. Moving away, getting ready for launch. This is so exciting! Isn't that a cool looking capsule? Way better than the old school looking ones. It's like all futuristic. Even though the basic design is the same, it looks really cool. It's like artsy almost. And did you check out the the uniforms, the astronauts, they're straight out of a movie. He really went to great lengths to make sure their astronauts looked cool, to inspire the next generation. I'm inspired. I'm ready to go to the moon again. I don't really completely understand why we need to go to Mars, except for maybe just to explore it. But to have a base on Mars, to me, doesn't make sense. But, you know, that's just me. To me, it makes more sense to have a base on the moon. Look at that. Look at that view. Could you just imagine just being in that capsule at this moment, just knowing that all these thousands of pounds of rocket fuel is going to launch you off into space? They say it's super safe, though. It's got super redundant systems, and they got parachutes that was much more advanced than the old rockets. This one, I believe, is not the ones that is going to like come back to Earth, and it's not a renewable one. I showed some graphics, and there are some separations of the different parts of the rocket. So apparently, this is not the ones that comes back to Earth and lands. Okay, now the countdown has begun to the last 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got liftoff, and it's a blast off. Away they go into space. This is, of course, the alternate reality ending. Unfortunately, the mission got canceled because of the weather. Well, it was almost historic, but we had to postpone it till Saturday. Well, anyhow, thanks for watching Paul's Take.